So currently it is October 22nd, 23rd, 2:20 p.m. I've already consumed about 500, 300, about 1,100 calories. It's only 2:20. Plus actually I had about 1,250. Okay, so I've had about 1,250 calories. I'm eating about 28 to 3,000 a day right now. Like I said before in previous videos, I'm not really cutting. I'm kind of just trying to like stay between 215 and 220, increase my running while also maintaining a semi-healthy level of strength. So I've had about 1,200 calories and it's currently 220. I'm about to go to the gym. I ran this morning. Let me pull it up real quick. I ran this morning, which felt so good. It's like the perfect running weather outside. So you can see this right here. So 7 miles, about an 8:46 pace, and I burned about 1,100 calories. And I tapered every mile down. So my first mile was about 9:09, my fourth was 8:48, and my seventh was 8:15. And I was on pace to do my 8th mile at about a 7:50 pace. And my heart rate stayed pretty much between 158 to about 161. Sorry, that's my steps per minute. My heart rate stayed between 160 to about 175. I do like zone 2 running as well. I just haven't done it in I do about 2 times a week. I do like long, slow runs, which is like a 10:30 to 11-minute pace. And then I do longer runs that are like a 9-minute pace. And then I do like 3 to 5 mile runs that are more like at 8:30, 8:45 pace. But so I've had about 1,200 calories so far today. It's about 2:30. I have already put in my dinner, and my dinner is just going to be 8 ounces of beef and 200 grams of white rice. And that's about 64 grams of protein, 27 grams of fat, and about 60 carbs. So I already have that set for this evening. I have 3 yogurts also in my FitnessPal, the Oikos yogurt that I showed you in the last video. And those are at my work right now. I haven't consumed those yet. I will have those around like 4:15, 4:30. My first client in the evening is at 4:30. So I'm gonna have those around 4 o'clock, 4:15. Those are 3 Oikos Triple Zero Greek yogurts. So 3 of those about 270 calories. So that means I have about 560 calories to consume between now and 4:30. And right now it's pre-workout time. So I'm gonna consume 3 different types of energy bars. And the reason why I like doing this, so I'm pretty protein heavy the front part of the day. I've had 2 protein shakes, those Fairlife protein shakes, which are about 60 grams of protein, 30 grams of protein per protein shake. This allows me to kind of plan ahead. You know, a lot of times when people are dieting or trying to lose weight or trying to maintain, whatever the goal is, they end up falling off track because like something in their life kind of goes haywire and they just don't recover from it, which is the most common thing I see. Or 2, which is pretty common as well, is they just don't plan ahead. When you don't plan ahead, you're going to fail miserably. So as you can tell, I planned my breakfast. I had my big lunch after my run. The chicken sandwiches, I didn't tell you about that, but I had the chicken sandwiches with the Munster cheese and the 4 pieces of bread. The keto bread, the low carb, high protein bread. And then I've already anchored my dinner. So I anchored my breakfast, I anchored my lunch, and I anchored my dinner, even though I haven't eaten my dinner yet. So what I'm also gonna do is anchor my pre-work meal, which is a yogurt. It's about 300 calories. So that gives me 500 calories to work with, and that's what I'm gonna have before I go to the gym. So let me just show you guys what I have programmed for. I have 1 Greek yogurt bar, 1 energy bar, and 1 Rice Krispie. Okay, so let me kind of just put this in. So this is 19 grams of protein, 16 grams of fat, and 85 carbs. Now my carbs are not that high. I'm only consuming about 240 carbs a day. So I have this Rice Krispie treat, okay, a staple pre-workout meal. I have a Cliff energy bar, another staple pre-workout meal. And then I also have one of my yogurt bars. That one's crushed. Let's do this one. One of these yogurt bars right here, okay? So these are pretty much gonna be my pre-workout snacks, okay? So this is about 85 grams of carbs. I'm gonna have this before I go to the gym, drink some water. I may or may not film this workout. I don't think I will, just because I'm kind of crunched on time. But I got deadlifts today, and I think a press movement. I think I've already filmed this one, so it's not that big of a deal. But that's kind of how I anchor around my food, so I don't fail. I also prep a bunch of meat and rice at the beginning of each week, which 100% of the time make sure I don't fail when I'm eating. I'm trying to think, anything else I really wanted to point out? Yeah, so anchor your meals. Go protein heavy. I like to go protein heavy early in the day. I like to do a decent amount of carbs. I'm having about half my carbs before the workout. And that's pretty much it. And then anchoring your meals. It's super simple. Losing weight's not hard. It's just kind of figuring out how to do it and just being consistent with it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this workout, and I'll probably catch you guys. I want to talk about sleep. I haven't really talked about it too much. But I'll catch you guys in the next clip. All right, so the workout is over. Like I said, I did not record it, but it was mostly, I kind of went off track. I know initially it was supposed to be like a chest or like a deadlift workout. I kind of switched it up a little bit. Went in there, I did some bench pressing, and I did some back rowing, back pull downs, a little bit of biceps, a little bit of triceps. I'm not one to do arms. It's not that I don't like working out arms. It's more or less, and I think I might have mentioned this before in a video, but I'm somebody who, I like to get like the most out of my workout. So in my head, and I know this is just like my perspective, doing arms, unless you're like going strictly for like bodybuilding, is not completely unnecessary, but it's kind of the return on your investment, like the amount of work that it takes to like work out your arms versus the benefit that you get if you're just going for strength and like overall health. It's not worth it to me. Now, if you're more or less like that bodybuilding type, obviously we have a completely different story there. You know, if you're more of a bodybuilder, you should work out arms. You should isolate all your body parts, all your muscles, because you're gonna wanna maximize the growth in the size for each body part. Therefore, you can't just skip arms. But if you're somebody like me, or like currently me, just going for strength and overall like cardio health, I don't really find it too necessary. But that doesn't mean I won't do it. So like today I did a bicep curl on the preacher curl, which is the one where you put it down on the the pad is underneath your elbows. Not the biggest fan of those, because I find that it can put your biceps at a vulnerable position if you are going with too much weight. If you ever see people tear the biceps, it's typically because of the preacher curl. It's not because of the rope curl or the dumbbell curl. It's almost all the time based off of the preacher curl. I did V-bar tricep push downs, which is one of my favorite tricep movements. It puts a lot of weight on the tricep. So we did that. We did a bench press. I think I worked up to 2 plates for like 5 sets of 5 to 8. I think I did 8, and then I did like 6, 6, 5. And then I did a regular lat pull down, except the one that's closer grip, not the super wide one with the vertical grips, which is honestly my favorite. And then I did a one of those standing horizontal row machines, which is something that not all gyms have. So whenever I have the ability to use one, I'm a huge fan of throwing it on and getting the work in with that machine. I just find that it's like a good bang for your buck if you're gonna work back. I think it's a great machine to use, and I'm a big fan of hammer strength machines. They're typically my favorite machines. So all I did was, then I did a standing cable chest fly at just a basic chest level height. I didn't do like high to low or low to high. there's a lot of reasons why people will tell you, you need to go high to low, you need to go low to high, you need to scoop your chest. I mean, heck, even I've been guilty of doing it as well. But at the end of the day, does it make a huge difference? No, it doesn't make a huge difference. The thing is with working out, which I think a lot of people don't fully comprehend, is that at the end of the day, when you work out, there is like 4 movement patterns. You push, you pull, and it's pretty much it. You push and pull. Then you push and pull upper body, push and pull lower body. When you push with the upper body, you're using shoulders and chest and triceps. When you pull with the upper body, using back and biceps and traps. And when you're doing push with your lower body, you're typically doing a squat variation. When you're activating your quadricep. And then when you are doing essentially a pull or a sudden stop or a slow down, you are using your hamstrings, hence a deadlift. So I think those are like the primary movements. People kind of get almost lost in the sauce, I would say, whenever they're doing a program, that they've really focused on, okay, let's do a close grip pull down, let's do a V-bar pull down, let's do a wide grip, a reverse grip, a inverse grip. Like, there's so many ways to do a pull down that I think I see this a lot with like beginners, is they kind of go away from just do a pull down the correct way for 4 sets of 10 to 20 reps over a 5-year period. like you got to remember, like 1 to 5 years, you're still new to the gym. You know, I've been doing it for, about 12 years now. And I would say that I'm at a point now where I can confidently say that the basics, when ignored, will severely hurt your gains. Now, the first year or 2 years, you can make a lot of gains doing the wrong thing, which is a discussion for a different time. But you have to really focus on the basics. And then from the basics, you can expand off of. Master a barbell bench press or master a dumbbell flat chest press. Once you master those, you can throw in an incline, you can throw in a hammer strength, you can even throw in a decline if you're feeling cheesy. And then with the shoulder press, this guy pulled out right in front of me. Master the overhead barbell shoulder press. Once you master that, then you can move on to other different movements if you want to. You can do Arnold press, you can do standing single arm movements, and I don't think that is necessarily like the only way to do it, but I think that's, I think the basics in anything, just like investing, focus on the basics and then build off of the basics. So that's just my 2 cents. Also, I wanted to say something real quick. When you're in the gym and you are, you've been at the gym for a number of years and somebody has approached you who may necessarily not look like they have a physique of someone who's been there for, more than a year, and they ask you for advice and for help, just be kind. I saw an incident today at the gym where a younger man, 15, 16, 17 years old, approached a gentleman who was in very good shape, great shape, older, I would say late 20s, early 30s, so my age. And the guy was very dismissive. I don't know the relationship, but he was dismissive. And I found that to be very upsetting, especially for someone like me who's been working out for a number of years. And I know how hard and how scary it is when you first go to the gym. And that those first few years are very important to find somebody who nurtures you in the fitness community, in the gym. Especially it can be very intimidating when you're a smaller built human being. It could be intimidating when you see somebody with a lot of size thrown around. This guy is walking on the side of the highway. It's either a suicide note or he's completely lost. It's just very important to treat everybody in the gym. Oh, come on, man. This fucking idiot just try to merge. Like, you can't do that. I'm over here, like, I'm just driving along, and this dude is like, that's cool. Well, saw someone hit me while I am driving. But yeah, it's very important to treat everybody in the gym equally and just be kind to people in the gym. you don't want to ruin somebody's first time or first few times in the gym. I think it's very important to just be kind and help people out where you can. But yeah, I just kind of want to give a breakdown of my workout and what I did. But yeah, I'm on my way to work. It's currently 3:50 and I am excited to go help people reach their goals, eat my yogurt bars, and hopefully I should be home around 8:30 tonight, which is a relatively late night for me. Not ideal, but you know, that's life. That's what you got to do. You got to work hard. But yeah, guys, thank you, and I'll catch you guys probably most likely tomorrow. Alrighty. Good morning, guys. So, good afternoon. So today we're gonna do overhead press, and we're doing back squat, barbell back squat. I'm breaking out the knee sleeves. I don't want to say Taylor's been trying to get me back into powerlifting. Powerlifting to me just means working out heavy. I haven't worked out really heavy in a long time, but there's something about pushing heavy weight that just makes you feel better. Also, one tip whenever you do these knee sleeves, you want to fold them over like this. Let me show you real quick. So you kind of want to fold them over so they're like that. Then it helps if you stand up, push your heel through the ground, and then drive up, and this is where it should be, right there. Then you can just flip it over like that, and then you're good to go. But so she's been trying to get me into like powerlifting. Haven't done it, in a long time. And then I think like last week I was back squatting and it felt like the bug kick in again. So I'm gonna go ahead and go pretty heavy today. I think I might even go for 315 for a few reps. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure, but it feels good. So we got a barbell back squat, and then we have overhead shoulder press as well. So I'm gonna work up probably 135 to 185 to 225 and see how I'm feeling based off of that. So let's go ahead, let's get warmed up. So that's the first time I hit 225 in a few months. I'm gonna work up to 315. Probably a top set of 3. We do this for 2 more sets of 8. 275 for probably a set of 6. And then my top set's at 315. Overall felt good. I definitely feel more flexed, more mobile, but it felt good. So we're gonna go, keep working out. All right, we're staying at 275. I did 1 set of 3. I'm gonna go for probably 5 here. Felt a little twinge in my right glute, so I probably shouldn't stay here, but we're gonna go for it and see what happens. Rough. So Taylor has a shoulder press, standing overhead shoulder press on the agenda. I am not doing that. A little bit of tension in my lower back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip over that. I'm just gonna do a seated Smith machine shoulder press, not a perfect 90-degree angle. It's going to be more of a 80-degree angle. So it's definitely gonna be chest and shoulders, but also it's a primary, it's a front delt movement as well. You gotta remember, anytime you're doing a press movement, whether it's chest or chest press, front shoulder press, incline press, decline press, you're always gonna be hitting your front delts. But this is just more of an activation for your shoulders. So let's go ahead and get into this. Sets of 10 to 15. Probably just stay here. Alright, we're going to do an incline chest press, barbell incline chest press. Probably sets of 12 to 15. I'm not going heavy today. Don't want to hurt myself. And 2, I just don't feel strong at all. Feel really weak. No, all yours, man, all yours. So we're going to go ahead and work probably sets of 12 to 15. Let's go ahead with the first one. Also, whenever I do chest press lately, I've been keeping my grip a lot closer just to activate more triceps to protect my chest. Get in it. Alrighty, good evening, friends. We are finishing up this vlog with a little bit of Chipotle. I have a burrito, Michael Labs burrito. A burrito with white rice, chicken, mild tomato, medium corn, sour cream, and cheese right here. And then Taylor has a bowl. We're gonna go ahead and eat this, and that's gonna finish up the vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like, please share with your friends, and yeah. Have a beautiful evening. I'll see you guys next week.